Can a simple 1-second test really reveal your brain speed? Yes, it can. And it also gets at the underlying causes of aging and falls in later years. This series is about measuring your health span. Everybody wants it, but almost nobody knows how to measure it. Until now. You've likely heard of the ruler drop test, but never known how this 1-second measurement reveals your brain speed decades before you notice any decline. This assessment is just one of the clearest examples of signal speed in your brain, the neural communication systems in your body that are at the heart of functional aging. I'm Scott Fulton, professor of Healthspan and Aging, helping prepare adults for success. I'm known for developing the 5 domains of functional healthspan, the first to make healthspan predictable and accessible to everyone. Today's assessment comes from my research on over 700,000 subjects across 5 decades of longitudinal studies and represents one of the most revealing windows into neurological function. Our world has become a circus of self-proclaimed experts telling us what we should do, but offering no way to validate if it's actually working, let alone if we're on track for the health span we're hoping for. That's what makes this series unlike all the how-to videos. It connects performance with outcomes. Every simple self-assessment I'm going to show you in this series reveals where you are relative to people in studies I mentioned earlier. Together, they create an objective perspective on your overall function and help you uncover blind spots before they find you. Strengths are great, but it's the weak link that dictates health span. Here's what the ruler drop test reveals about your neuromotor signaling speed. This test involves a partner holding a ruler with the 0 mark level with your fingers, about 1 inch apart. When your partner releases it, without warning, you catch it as quickly as possible. The clinical test is time-based, but I made it easier for you by converting fall time into distance. It's just the physics of gravity. Beautifully simple, yet incredibly revealing. Reaction time is one of the most precise measures of neurological aging. Here's why this matters far beyond catching rulers. When the ruler drops, your visual system detects the movement in milliseconds. That signal travels from your retina to your visual cortex, which processes what's happening. Your visual cortex then communicates with your motor cortex to initiate the catching response. Your motor cortex then sends commands from your brain down through your spinal cord and out to the muscles in your hands and fingers. And finally, your fingers clamp shut, trapping the ruler. The entire pathway from eye to brain to muscle determines your total reaction speed. This is pure signal transmission. No strength, no flexibility, no cardiovascular fitness, just the speed and efficiency of your nervous system processing information and executing responses. What makes this simple test so powerful is that it can help isolate precisely where performance is on or off track. Here's where it gets fascinating from a health span perspective. Young adults typically react in about 150 to 190 milliseconds. That translates to about 18 to 20 centimeters on the ruler. But with each decade of aging, neural transmission slows just a bit. By age 70, even healthy adults often need 220 to 250 milliseconds to react. So that ruler drops a bit further. That's catching a ruler at 24 to 30 centimeters. That might seem like a small difference, but consider what this represents in daily life. When you're driving and a child runs out into the street, those extra 50 to 100 milliseconds could mean the difference between stopping safely and tragedy. When you stumble on uneven pavement, the reaction delay determines whether you catch yourself or you fall. When you accidentally touch something hot, faster reaction times mean less injury. But the implications go deeper than physical safety. Reaction time correlates strongly with cognitive processing speed, working memory, and overall brain health. Studies show that people with faster reaction times maintain sharper thinking, better decision-making, and more confident daily functioning as they age. Why? They're maintaining a higher signal speed. At its core, aging is declining signal speed and quality, the gradual degradation of communication speed throughout not just the nervous system, but every system in the body. It's a slow, steady decline that most people never notice until they run up against it. Here's the encouraging part of the story. While gradual slowing is natural with aging, research shows enormous individual variation. Some 70-year-olds react faster than some 40-year-olds. The difference isn't just genetics, it's also about how actively we challenge our nervous system in everyday life. The brain is remarkably plastic. Regular activities that demand quick reactions, like playing racket sports, video games, catching a ball with children, and even activities like chopping vegetables, all help maintain neural processing speed. Neurologic physical therapist Dr. Mike Studer has been studying brain rehabilitation for decades and likes to remind us to use it or lose it. Challenging our brain frequently is good. So where do you stand compared to healthy adults your age and sex? Let me walk you through what the data reveals. Say you're a 65-year-old and you caught the ruler at 22 centimeters. Looking at age-specific research data, that places you at about the 75th percentile for your demographic. Excellent neural efficiency. You're processing signals like someone 20 years younger. Awesome. Now let's say instead of 22 centimeters, you caught it at 27 centimeters. That's still at the median and probably sounds fine, but let's take a look at what that means in terms of health span. At reactions slower than 220 milliseconds, which equals 24 centimeters on the ruler, it's where neuromotor signaling begins to present issues with activities that used to feel effortless, like catching a ball, navigating busy traffic, or keeping up with complex activities. They start feeling more challenging. Your brain is still sharp, but it needs that extra moment to process and respond, and you begin to feel stress that ultimately leads to frustration. This is something people miss. It's this delay that explains why falls start happening more as we age. You've likely heard that falls are about strength and balance, and while that's true, at the root of it is signaling speed. Nothing happens until the input signal is received, processed, and executed. No amount of muscle mass will help if the signal isn't getting to the muscle in time. And this is exactly why some of the assessments in the 5 domains of function become more revealing. Simple reaction time is helpful to isolate response time, but real life involves not just one thing, but many things at a time. In Tier 3, we add complexity that mirrors daily life, like the ball toss assessment plus a brain challenge, or walking fast while counting backwards. These dual task challenges expose how our brain handles competing demands, which becomes more difficult once our brain reaction speed crosses that 220 millisecond threshold. When reaction time slows, our brain has less processing reserve available for multiple tasks. So while we might perform fine on an individual test, the combination assessments reveal where real-world function starts becoming more effortful. If you're performing below your expectation, it's not cause for alarm. It's an opportunity to lean into building neuroplasticity. The beauty of any of these self-assessments is that you can track them over time. They might not change much in a week or two, but just by applying some intention to daily activities, you can make progress over months. It's not like an exercise program where you have to drag yourself to the gym. These are about activities of daily living, adjusting the habits you already have. Neurogenesis doesn't happen overnight. It happens with frequent stimulation. Testing yourself every couple of months will reveal if you're maintaining your speed or if you're getting faster. This gives you real-world feedback on your neurological aging trajectory. Reaction time is just one part of the 5 domains of functional health span. Some people have excellent reaction time, but poor balance. Others maintain great cardiovascular fitness, but show declining cognitive processing. The key is identifying your weakest link before it becomes limiting. That's all in your court, because your doctor isn't going to check until there's a problem. This is why measurement matters more than guessing. Most people assume they're aging normally because they haven't been provided with any objective measurements. It's only when something goes wrong and our weak link is exposed that medicine gets involved, and by then a lot of opportunity to fix it have slipped through our fingers. Normal aging varies, but you can only make informed decisions when you have objective data and you know where you stand. Your reaction time today is a window into your brain's processing efficiency and cognitive reserve. You'll be leaning into those in the future. It's also a window into your trajectory toward independence or dependence. When you know where you are, you can make informed choices about where you want to go. This is just one example with one test in one domain. If you want a deeper look and a chance to view all 44 self-assessments and try some free tests, there's a link below to Healthspan.com. The book is available worldwide on Amazon. Thanks for subscribing, and until next time, stop guessing and start knowing your health span.